Business Over Coffee, our share event this month. And we have a very special share event this month. We are talking about the power of collaboration in business, the new book that has been put together by Sherry Henley with several other authors. And we are focusing on those authors and the things that they have to say in the book. Business Over Coffee can be found at businessovercoffee.com. Also on Twitter at BOCoffee. And our sponsors are Patty Cake Bakery, DelmarJohnson.com, Digital Oatmeal, Women Partners, Pinpoint Visibility, Nashville Navo, and Rising Fire Productions.
Yay.
Yes, we have a little special place for Rising Fire Productions. Our guest right now is Debra Norwood, who is also known as Laughter Lawyer here in Laughter Lawyer USA here in the Memphis area. But she is in many things. She's a Southeast Regional Assistant Director of the J. Reuben Clark Society, which is an LDS lawyer group, lawyer organization across the country. She does personal executive coaching, and she's helping people in high stress positions not fall into bad habits and addictions. And
that's right.
That's a major thing that you work with there. And that part's pro bono, the addiction recovery.
Some of the addiction
Yes.
recovery is, but most of what I'm doing is mindful attitudes. People that are in corporations that are in high stress level positions that might be falling into bad habits because they don't know how to manage their stress.
There you go.
So, when you're burnout, stressed out, sometimes you make bad decisions, and that's where I step in to help with mindful attitudes and virtuous kind of living.
And you are also the author of 3 books. You are legal counsel at Fashion Academy.
Yes, and I'm really proud of that.
And to Business Over Coffee.
Yes.
You are the legal counsel for them. And you are on the Shelby County Domestic Violence Board. Now,
On the
jumping back-
council. I'm on the council.
Oh,
Shelby County
council. I'm sorry.
Domestic
Yes, it
violence
did say
and
council.
sexual violence awareness.
And through the different things that you do, you use the therapeutic laughter for mindful meditations.
Sure do.
And we have seen that therapeutic laughter, and it's really way cool. So would you like to explain a little bit about how therapeutic laughter goes, and then, or just making the magic happen? Does that kind of go
we're
together?
talking about collaboration in business, and I'm really very grateful to Sherry Henley and BOCI for allowing me to be one of the authors in this book. And I've been listening to some of the other authors who've contributed today, and I just would like to add to this that for my chapter in Making the Magic Happen, I didn't focus on what collaboration looked like. I focused on the individual qualities of people who bring the magic about. And the reason I did that is because if a person really sticks to their core values and they have something inside them that is trustworthy, then people trust them and they will come and rally around them. So I picked 4 individuals, five actually, and I'd really like to mention them right off the hand. I picked my brother, Milton Chavez, as an executive in a major oil corporation who does a political liaison for them. I picked him because of his trustworthiness. I picked you because of your ability to make magic happen and rally people around at a moment's notice, and your organizational skills. I picked a friend of mine named Yvette Baldazan, who works for the Shelby County Mayor's Office and has been a link for 2 mayor's offices. And she does a lot of things that are value-based as well. She's the kind of individual who can work on a voting ordinance and then still worry about, how to get some diapers for individuals. I picked Isha Eccles, who referred me to the most amazing man in the world. I'm sorry that Mary Singer has left, but Mary had mentioned consciousness, and this gentleman, Richard Flyer, has created a conscious community in connecting the good, and I'm helping in small communities around rural Tennessee to help people become a community based on virtues. And these virtues are love, integrity, service, and courage. And Richard Flyer is helping people become sustainable, have sustainable communities. And my friend Isha Eccles is an individual who's worked with community gardening and free trade and sustainability in communities as well. So I used Isha. And then lastly, but not least, I have Sherry Henley as an example of an individual who is really aligned with her core values: service, determination, perseverance, and yet at the same time having an organizational mind. So, you know, I'm all for people aligning themselves and doing good and being good.
Now, in your thing too, you talk about what we stand for.
What we stand for is very important. Very important.
And you have that list, and once again, integrity pops up.
Yes.
You know,
Integrity is one of them.
We talked about integrity with Shelley Bauer, but love, and integrity, courage, service, and respect.
Mm-hmm.
And how are those things an important factor in making that magic happen?
Well, when we talk about collaborating, the only way we can collaborate with anyone is if we trust them.
Yes.
And Stephen Covey, I've done some trust studies. As a matter of fact, I've just authored a chapter on trust, and the Bar Association hopefully will be helping me, you know, create more trust-based articles. But when you talk about trust, Stephen Covey says that there's two ways in which a person can be trustworthy. They have to be competent, and they have to be capable, competent, and then they have to be credible. Most of all, if you want to be trustworthy, you have to be trustworthy yourself, and then you'll get the trust of others. So what we're learning with these core values, and what I'm teaching people when I talk about people that have bad habits, I teach them that if you have virtuous habits, if you think of the common good, if you think in a higher level, you will become more trustworthy, people will be drawn to you, and you will get the collaboration and the cooperation that you really want. But if you're not trustworthy, if you're not working in a sustainable way, if you're not helping others become self-sufficient, if you're so worried about your own sense of protectiveness of your own company, your own corporation, your own, your whole purpose in passing out that card is to talk about you, you don't become a trustworthy person. So I'm all about what Covey talks about. We've got to be competent, we've got to be credible, and if we want people to trust us, we have to be trustworthy ourselves.
That's amazing. Covey is, when he recently passed away, we lost a great man who taught a lot of people.
And I do want to give credit to someone that I'm really using in all of my articles, and who's helped me co-author and is a mentor of mine, as we spoke about mentors, and that's Susan Steverson, who's also a therapeutic laughter, she's also a CLE for World Laughter Tour, as I am, but she is a woman in Ontario who's one of the main, probably, authorities on trust-building relationships in education right now. And she's been teaching me a lot about what it means to be trustworthy.
Oh, that's amazing. Gina, do we have something going on?
Yeah, sure do. So CSS Connect says some great takeaways from all the authors today. Glad we are now a member of this organization. Lynn says confidence, credibility, trustworthy. I was talking about how Deborah is really telling us about how the core values should be. So some great comments.
Core values.
Yeah.
And that's I mean.
And I love Richard Fire because he doesn't mince words about it. He calls it virtue. And virtuous behavior creates virtuous attitude, and virtues are what make us trustworthy. If we are people who are totally self-absorbed, selfish, and are putting out anyone's interest other than the communal good, then honestly and truly, you don't become trustworthy. Mahatma Gandhi was the first one who said, if they don't trust your motives, you're never going to get them to trust you.
That's very, very true. And I have seen that happen in my own dealings with people, and you kind of start shying away, sometimes whenever those types of things happen. Now, if someone wanted to get in touch with you, how would they be able to do that, Deborah?
You can contact me at laughterlawyerusa.com. I have a website. You can reach me on my Facebook page. You can Twitter me at laughterlawyeru. I'm available. It's pretty easy to find me now.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you for being here, and we want to remind everyone the book is The Power of Collaboration in Business. It is found on Amazon.com. It is only $10. It's a very, very good investment for a lot of knowledge been
Absolutely.
Capital.
condensed
Absolutely. Thank
into
you,
one little
BOCI.
little
You've done a
place.
great job.
So we want to thank you for that, and remember, Business Over Coffee, we are about connections, collaboration, exposure, and business.
Yes.
Businessovercoffee.com. And